Hello and welcome to Tarot Heaven, my YouTube series. I am Laurel from tarotheaven.com, and today I will be discussing the Chariot and who he is as a person. This is commonly called a signifier or a significator, and it can answer that esoteric question, how do they see me or what do they think of me? So the Chariot person is very psychic. They are ruled by the astrological sign of Cancer. And you get hints of that with the starry canopy they're under and the water flowing in the background. And if you, there's more esoteric information on that, which is probably better for a longer video. But they can be highly psychic and receptive. And that's why they're wearing all that breastplate, and they have a lot of fences. The Hebrew word kayeth means fence, and that is what has been assigned to the Chariot. So you get a wall, a stone wall. You get a line of trees, which is fences. You get a moat or a river, right? It's a fence, it's a barrier. And the guy is in a vehicle which is protecting him, and he's lined in armor. So you have these massive defensive protections. And if you're psychic, you have to have that wall around you, or else you just let anything and everything in. So that would be another indicator of the psychicism that comes in the card. But that is just, my interpretation as well. So if you feel differently, I'd like to hear about it. You can comment, ask me about it. I also have other reasons why. It would get really long. So just keep it short. The Chariot as a person loves to cook, which is not something that you would see in this card, but because it rules the stomach, solar plexus, and parts of digestion, this person just loves to cook. They especially love to cook for their loved ones, and they like nutritious foods, and they like to keep in balance. And you see all that symmetry and equilibrium and balance in this card as well. So a Chariot person knows that to be in peak form, you need balance, and that starts with a balanced meal with whole, fresh foods and a good vehicle. Your body is a vehicle that you inhabit, right? So you want to keep it healthy and nutritious. They, on the downside, they worry too much. They can get stomach ulcers or digestive problems. But none of us are going to focus on the negative. We're all thinking positive, right? Okay. So this person also is very focused and driven to succeed. They may be slow and work at their own pace, but they've got a goal and an end point. And I assure you that goal and end point has another end point. So they've got a plan A, plan B, plan C, and they've got like step 1, step 2, step 3, so the type of person who's, got the seed idea, writes the business plan, opens the first shop, opens the second shop, decides to run a franchise, and then all of a sudden, they've got franchises all throughout, North America. That's a Chariot type of person. There's really no end to what this person can accomplish. This is somebody who can accomplish anything they set their mind to. And that is also because the Cancer is, or Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, which means Cancer finds its most comfortable aspect in Jupiter. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and that fits right into being a cardinal fixed sign. This Chariot guy's in a cube, right? So he has all 4 corners mapped out, charted, and He's dotting his I's and crossing his T's, and he will be victorious, because again, there's that psychic receptivity thing to this character. They believe and they feel and they just know. They have an unwavering belief in themselves, but they do need appraisal. They do want someone to say, you did a really good job today. That was really good. They don't necessarily want fame, like the strength card wants fame. The Chariot is fine in the background. They could be a wallflower type. They're not going to walk, they may not walk into a room and have people be a buzz about them. But they want approval from the people that they love, and they want to be acknowledged for all that hard work. So another function of the Chariot is speech, that word speech. So a Chariot person is very, they choose their words wisely. They understand the power of word. Word is a very powerful, powerful thing. The right words used, especially in rituals, Catholic rituals, Muslims have words they say over and over and over again. The Jews do it. So you have all of these different religions, you know, the Om sound in East Asia. Words are very powerful. And no one knows this like the Chariot. And this means that, you know, on a basic level, this person can be very multilingual. They may even like ancient languages, such as cuneiform. And they may even like Hebrew. Hebrew, interesting historical fact, Hebrew was never a spoken language until the 1800s. It was created as a Kabbalistic language to be as a codified language. This type of person in a past life probably lived in the Persian Empire or Mesopotamia, in some sort of occult training in that region of the world, in maybe North Africa, Andalusia, that region in the 1400s, 700s to 1400s. I think that's the time period. But that's where they would have spent their past lives. The Chariot does have a good memory, so he or she's going to remember conversations, and they're going to remember them really well. They're also going to remember dreams, and they're going to probably, they could remember even past lives, which would be a nice thing to have. Wouldn't it be nice if you believed in reincarnation? If everyone knew who they were in past lives, you could just run into people again and go, hey, I knew you in like 1810 at that supermarket. I mean, it wouldn't be a supermarket. At the shop. Wherever. We were riding horses. Okay, so and as a signifier in love, the Chariot can mean one of two things. If that's you, or if it's the person you're asking about, it depends which position it would come up as, yes. But it's a good position for somebody who wants to work together. Because again, there's this driven, focused need of the Chariot person. So they want to work together with the person that they're dating or married to. So it's a good position for that. And the other aspect is if say you're asking about someone and you're not yet dating, it probably means they're not interested in you romantically, which doesn't mean, now see, that comes at a flip side, because maybe they're not interested in you romantically because they're driven to succeed. They could be ill-dignified in this reading, and maybe they just want you to finance a business for them. So there's those different aspects of this, but the key word is that this person is very driven to succeed, And depending on how they see you, it could either go good for you or bad for you. And I guess the Chariot kind of person is also really guided by the one will of the universe. Jesus, I think it was Jesus, had a quote, "I do nothing of myself, the Father does it through me." So a Chariot person a lot of times does things and they don't know why they're doing them, but the end result will tell them why. So they're like, well, my higher soul or my small intuitive voice said to do such and such and such. And then you don't know why you're doing it, but then you'll figure out later why you did it. So somebody like this probably has golden yods in their astrological chart because they have no free will in those certain aspects of their lives. So I guess to recap about professions, restaurateur, whatever the word is, I don't know, chef, nutritionist, astrologer, psychic, defense attorney, but not a prosecutor, because the whole aspect of the Chariot is to defend people. So given that information, we could conclude policeman, firefighter, bodyguard, and then the obvious ones would be soldier, or anything a person can move around. A car, chauffeur, an airline pilot, even a stewardess, a bus driver, the taxi driver, I said chauffeur, an Uber driver. All right, so that wraps it up. Thank you for watching if you've watched all the way to the end. So glad that you're here, whoever you are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, much love, my Tarotistas.